Hi, mathematicians. Okay, we're going to bring this all together today and talk about an equation, a table, and now we're going to put it with a graph. And so I'm going to use this example of Ken. He is buying beverages for a party, and the beverages come in packs of 8. So we're going to let P be the number of packages, and T will be the total number of beverages. You are going to have to start practicing taking these scenarios and putting them into equations, but we have been practicing that, so I'm pretty sure you can do that. So let's talk about independent and dependent variables. So what depends on what? What are you going to determine here? So the total number of beverages is dependent on the number of packages. So the number of packages is our dependent variable. And we're going to call that P. And so that will give us T, the total number. Now, if I buy 0 packages, I'm going to have 0 beverages. That's really easy. If I buy 1 package, I'll have 8 beverages, 2, 16, and so on. So you can continue to fill this out. And I'd like you to write this one down in your book, comp book. And let's go to 5. So I know that if I bought 5 packages, I'll have 40 beverages. So this is what we want to start thinking about when we are creating a graph, which I so nicely and neatly have it here. We have to determine which variable is going to go on which axis. So here is the little hint. The independent variable will always be along the x-axis. Okay, so you're going to write that down. So the independent variable will always be here. Now, and then the dependent variable will be on the y. When we thought about coordinate pairs, how did we always write our coordinate point? We did parentheses, a number, comma, a number, and another parentheses. And we always wrote on our coordinate grid so we would not forget. We'd always do x, then y. Do you see a relationship with the table and with the graph? Yes. So the independent variable will always be on the left and the dependent variable is on the right because it's going to be just like a coordinate pair. So if I wanted to do this one, these now become my coordinate points. So 0, 0 will put me right here. If I buy 1 package, it will give me 8. Oh, this wasn't a very good graph. We're gonna do 10, 20, 30, 40. We're gonna switch this up a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay, so 0, 0. If I buy 1 package, it's gonna give me 8 beverages. If I buy 2 packages, it's gonna give me 16 beverages. If I buy 3, it'll give me 24. Oh my goodness, look at this. Don't you love when it comes together? If I buy 4 packages, it'll give me 32. And where do you think 5 is going to land on? Yep, you're right. You guessed it. It's going to be right at 40. And look at this. So everything on that line is going to be a solution to the total number of, well, actually it's showing the relationship between the number of packages and the number of total beverages. How cool is that? Okay guys, we're gonna switch this up a little bit. Now we're gonna take the graph and we're going to work backwards. So we're going to fill in the table and then try to create an equation from this. So first off, tell me what the independent variable is in this scenario and what the dependent variable is. Yes. The independent variable is going to be the number of hours. So we can put that over here. Number of hours. And the dependent variable will be the number of miles. And so I think that we could represent that with H and M. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so if we were to then go and look at filling out our table from there, what could we do? We know our first point is 0, 0, and that makes sense. I didn't drive any hours, I drove no miles. If I drive 1 mile, if I drove 1 hour, how many miles do I go? I drove 1 hour, it's going to be 50 miles. If I drive 2 hours, it will be 100. If I drive 3 hours, it will be 150 miles. 4 hours, 200. Are you seeing this relationship? 5 hours will be 250. So what could we do for a equation? I'm going to pause and let you think about it and put it into Edpuzzle. Okay, so the number of hours driven times 50, so we're going to say 50 times H is going to give you M. Do you see the relationship there? Okay, so we're going to do one last example. This one, everything is blank, so we're going to go through this step by step. So Enoch can type 40 words per minute. We are going to let W be the number of words typed and M be the number of minutes. So what depends on what? What is going to, the number of words and the minutes. Good. So the minutes typed. Okay, guys, we're going to do one last scenario and we're going to put it all together. This is Enoch and he can type 40 words per minute. We're going to let the W stand for the words typed and the M stand for the minutes that were spent. So which depends on which? If I type so many words, is that going to tell me how many minutes? Or is it how many minutes is going to tell me how many words? Good. So the independent variable will be the number of minutes, and the dependent variable is going to be, it will give us the words. And so we know that this will be M, this will be W. And let's think about the equation then. So he's typing 40 words, oh, look at this, per minute. Right there, we know that it's going to be a multiplication. So we can say 40M equals W. Don't you love all that work we've done this year? So if he typed 10 minutes, he would have 10 times 40 would be 400. We could go up by 10, 800. 30 minutes would be 1,200 words. 40 minutes would be 1,600 words, and his hands would be hurting. If we come down here, then let's put it together. So the independent variable is going to be on the x-axis. So this will be minutes, and this will be the words. And we're going to make this just nice and neat. So the minutes are going to go 10, 20, 30, 40. And the number of words are going to go up by the 400. So it's going to look very nice and neat, but it'll be okay. I'm going to show you how that could be a little bit different. So at 0 minutes, 0 words. 10 minutes, 400 words. 20 minutes, 800. 30 minutes, 1,200, and 40 minutes with a huge cramp in his hand would be, and I should have used a ruler. Okay, all comes together. And so let's say that he only had 15 minutes to do some work. How many minutes do you think he would type? Give me an estimation.